All right, everyone. I won't blow the show forward, but I'll sound the alarm. I want to thank Video Man CR Chris for bringing me this report. New bill, another bill going to the House, HR 1505, titled National Security and Federal Lands Protection Act. What is this all about? Let me explain. Border security bill would harm U.S. national parks environmentalists. A bill pending in the U.S. House of Representatives would suspend the enforcement of almost all the U.S. environmental laws and on all lands under the jurisdiction of the Department of the Interior and Agriculture within 100 miles of the northern border with Canada and the southern border with Mexico. The 100-mile zone includes 15 national parks, which cover 21,657,399 acres, or nearly 25% of the overall footprint U.S. national park system. Supporters of the bill claim it would bolster border security, while environmentalists say it would gut a century's worth of proven federal lands protection. Legislation pending in the House of Representatives is claimed by its supporters to aim at improving U.S. border security, but would instead have the potential to devastate 54 of America's national parks, historic sites, national monuments, and other popular park icons, and negatively impact the nation's economy. Not going to boost the economy, it's going to plunge the economy even further in the ground than it already is, according to a warning issued today by the Washington, D.C. based Coalition of National Park Service Retirees. This group says that H.R. 1505, titled National Security and Federal Lands Protection Act, would materially weaken a century's worth of proven federal lands protection, potentially opening up millions of pristine acres of national parks to off-road vehicles use, road construction, airstrips, and helipads, fencing, base installations, FEMA camp installations, and other disruptions. Remember the song that came out? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. And we'll put the link to this article below. The legislation introduced by Representative Rob Bishop, Republican, Utah, would suspend the enforcement of almost all the United States environmental laws on all lands under the jurisdiction of the Department of the Interior and Agriculture within 100 miles of the northern border with Canada and the southern border with Mexico. It would change the targeted national park and other federal areas into security zones. There we go, into security zones, and leave what CNPSR calls priceless resources unprotected. What resources? They just passed that the Resource Act, where now they're going to seize all our resources anyway. And this is all under Homeland Security. This group, the CNPSR, also say that in addition to the damage the legislation would do to delicate ecosystems, like they care about that, it would also damage local economies, which have evolved to depend on the tourism, jobs, and related economic benefits generated by the neighboring national parks. Goodbye, national parks, national monuments. Goodbye, Jesus. Goodbye, God, from this country. Among the National Park Service areas that fall within H.R. 1505's proposed 100-mile zone of potential devastation are Arcadia, Big Bend, Carlsbad, Caverns, Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve, Guadalupe Mountains, Isle Royale, Joshua Tree, the North Cascades, Theodore Roosevelt, Voyagers, and it just goes, the list is going on and on. It's too long to even mention. The combined total acreage of these 15 parks is 21,657,399, nearly 25% of the overall footprint. I'm going to put the link below. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Opponents of the bill note integrity collaboration under existing authorities has made this legislation unnecessary in any event. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano testified on March 8th, 2012, that the bill is unnecessary and it's bad policy. Officials from the U.S. Border Patrol testified against the bill in Congress on July 8, 2011, explaining that U.S. Customs and Border Protection enjoys a close working relationship with the Department of Interior and the Department of Agriculture that allows us to fulfill our border enforcement responsibilities while respecting and enhancing the environment. We respect the mission of these agencies and we recognize the importance of preserving the American landscape. Our agencies have formed a number of agreements that allow us to carry out both of these missions. CBP believes that the efforts to reduce the number of illegal aliens crossing the border have lessened environmental degradation and have assisted with recovery of damaged resources, and we are fully committed to continuing our cooperative relationships with the DOA and the USDA to further this good work. I'll put the link below. Goodbye, national parks, national monuments. Goodbye, economy. Goodbye, Miss American Pie. Leave me comments. God bless.